Guys, can you see my screen?
Yes, it's visible.
Okay. So here it is. Firewall has been successfully deployed. I mean, it is still deploying. It may take some time, but it's almost done, right? Now, before we go ahead and check the firewall, uh, let's come to your question. So what was your question, Vishnu sir?
So, question is, can we have a single firewall for different region? Means, can we route traffic? Because as you told, we cannot have firewall in different region,
Right. A
right?
direct answer
So,
is definitely no. If you have a firewall in East US, you can't use that firewall for West US. Simple. That's a direct answer. What is the workaround for that? You guys tell me. We have taken a whole session on that. That to avoid my
UDR,
sorry.
UDR,
No,
UDR.
UDR.
UDR is just one of the small components of that,
Urban
sir.
spoke model.
Yeah,
Hub
hub.
and spoke
Yes.
model. Yes.
Correct.
Right.
Hub and spoke model is the model which you are going to use. This is the one, right? Where you'll connect all no matter now. Does it matter whether this is in West US and this is in East US? Will it stop you from making the pairing? Will it stop
No,
you? Can you not make the VNet pairing here? Yes, you can, right? So even if all
right.
of these are different regions, Australia, Europe, UAE, India, right, South Africa, even if these all are in different regions, you can still make them pair. They are paired with each other, and you can put one firewall on this one, and then you can make sure that all your traffic it's coming through this firewall and it is going through this firewall. That you can make sure using your UDR. UDR makes sure that all these machines traffic next hop will be this VNet. So even if you use Google, it will go from here. Even if you use YouTube, it will go from here. Even if you're downloading some software for your work related, it will go from here. And this firewall will make sure firewall has too many features, right? It's not like NSG, nothing like NSG. Firewall has too many features. It is as good as your firewall. In fact, better than this, right? Like we have seen this firewall. See this firewall. That's it. This is the firewall we have at Azure level, but we have it at the uh, portal level. Instead of OS level, we have it at the portal level. So firewall can do many things. It will block the traffic based on IP. It will block the traffic based on region. You all these things you can define in your policy, firewall policy. See, I can have inbound rules differently. I can block even one IP address particular if I want. I can do that. Forget IP address. I already told you the examples, right? You can block it using uh, category that you want to block all of your uh, web streaming, video streaming websites. You can do that. You don't have to go and one by one block YouTube or you want to block OTT websites. You can do that. So whatever you want, you can do that. See, I'm in the firewall, guys. This is the firewall, right? Uh, this is firewall manager. Though we are not doing the practical for firewall, we don't have much resources and time, and it is not even required. Theory questions will come. We have already covered that. Right? Firewall policies you can create. What are policies? Under policy itself, you will define क्या block करना है, क्या ये करना है, everything. As of now, the moment you put firewall, everything is blocked on that. Everything is blocked. Whatever machines and whatever I have it here, everything is blocked. Nothing is going to work. No internet, nothing. The moment you put firewall, you will have to make sure that you create what you say. You create your policies and make sure that you are giving some exceptions, right? Otherwise everything will be blocked the moment you put firewall. Not like your NSG will allow you to access something but firewall will not, right? So you create policies, you apply the policies accordingly. Then yes, public IP. If you don't want any one of them to use your machines directly, here you don't want any of the outside service to use your machine directly, you can use this public IP. You can give it to them, right? And under public IP we can do NAT, network address translation, so that will convert the request and send it to the actual designation, to the wherever it belonged to, right? So that you can do under firewall. Then yeah, visualizer will just give you the idea or a diagram that where your firewall is being applied. Let it download. It's very simple thing, nothing fancy. It will just show you the diagram, right? Meanwhile, we have firewall manager. We have already seen that. Uh, let's see if I have an existing firewall policy. Okay, the one which we created at the time of creation, right? So this policy, there are rules, guys. See, application rules, right? You can add a rule. You can add a rule collection also. What is a rule collection? You create multiple rules and you apply a connection. But I'm just showing you one rule. Look at this, how granular access it gives. You can decide source, IP group, or IP address, right? You can use protocol. You can use multiple protocol. You can use TLS inspection also. What is it? That secure website is there or not, right? Destination type. You can use URL. You can use web category. We never had web category where under NSG. Look at this. Now you can block gambling. You can block dating. You can block criminal activity, child abuse, alcohol, tobacco, illegal software, illegal drug, hate, hacking, nudity, marijuana, pornography, self-harm, sex education. Okay, I want to keep it. Let's say this is my school setup, and then I know my teachers will be using when they teach to 8th and 9th class, they are using and they want to access some website where such sex education is being displayed. That is fine, but pornography should not be allowed. So see, this granular access I get here. Violence, I don't want. Weapon, maybe yes. I have a NCC period or maybe subsection where we are teaching something about weapons. If not, it's okay. Image sharing, do you want to possible keep it peer to peer, like websites like what did we have that torrent, to torrent like streaming media, download, entertainment, finance. Yes, obviously I want education. I want computer. I want business. I want government websites. I want news. I want non-profit NGOs. I want personal sites. No, not required. I don't want anyone writing blog or reading blog in my school, right? Private IP address, yes. So can you see this gives you very granular access. This isn't the only feature we have. We talked about threat intelligence. Here it is. Right? Threat intelligence will also make sure that traffic is coming from some unusual place. Uh, that should see alert only. I told you that you can disable it or alert only and deny. Do you want threat intelligence? You're saying no, मेरा यार basic सा website है UT-Kloud.in का. Even if someone from Nigeria is accessing, let them access, क्या ही चुरा लेगा मुझसे? See, this is my website. Okay, I don't have anything. It's simple. It's a one-pager website. It's okay. Even if someone is accessing, I have nothing to lose. What are they going to see? My contact details? It's already there in public. My YouTube channel link? It's already there in public. So why should I spend? uh, Understand? Every feature you're using here, you're spending money. Nothing is free. So why should I do that? So it's not compulsory for me. Let's disable it. Next thing, alert only. I want to be alert. This is fine. This website is fine. But I have another, let's say I have this one. I have another venture. Here I want, here I have some clients, some details, maybe, I have some sensible information. I have my services details, etc. Right? So I don't want anyone to access it. Even if they're accessing it, I want at least some result. Someone from Nigeria is accessing my B2B ventures website, suspicious for me, right? Maybe they're trying to hack, maybe they're trying to put some uh, ransomware for me. So, okay, don't deny it, but at least alert me. I should be alerted that someone is trying to do this. Right? We can do that. And I don't want, very sure that I have no business in Nigeria, right? So I don't want any one of them to access. So alert me and deny it there and there itself. Right? You can add the range of IP address. You can add this fully qualified domain names, and you can leave it up to Azure's intelligence also. Azure will know. They keep on upgrading their list. They also have a blacklist IP addresses. They know that from this region, this particular country, this city, for example, Jamtara, all of you know about it, right? They must have the details of all that, or and based on their database, they decide this needs to be blocked, this needs to be allowed. If I have that doubt that my legit traffic can be denied, so I'll say alert only. Don't deny it, but alert me. Let me go ahead and check that. So that you can do here. Uh, and we have many features here, guys. Okay, not going there by one, because normally firewall policy you guys are not creating, right? Most of the time, firewall policies will be created by your architect team, your network security team, network team. You should know how, what is it, what is firewall, where does it apply, how to apply that things you should know. Okay, now let's go to this virtual network. Click on this. Let's check the overview. And can you see here? It shows me that a firewall is being applied to this. Okay, it shows a firewall is being applied to this. If you have some another NSG, some another VNet, you can go there and apply this firewall as far as it is in the same region. Look at this. This firewall is being applied. Can I apply two firewall at one or at one virtual network? Sorry guys, I'm again frequently saying network security group because this VNet I have named as network security group, so that's confusing me. So can I apply two firewalls at one virtual network? What do you think?
Ideally, no.
Yes, definitely no. Same like energy. No. I'm creating one VNet which is in Qatar region. While that is happening, I'll create one more VNet which is in East US. Not bother about the subnet, etc. I'm not going to use that. So whatever it has taken by default, I'm happy with that. This is ready. Let's go ahead and check virtual networks. This is the existing virtual network where we have been working East US NSG VNet. If I go here, click on firewall, I can see this is associated with this firewall, right? Let me refresh. Okay, it's still being created. Here it is. I have new East US VNet. Let's go there. Check firewall. Do you see any firewall here? No, right? No existing virtual network firewall. Click here to add new firewall. So it is asking me to add new firewall. Let's see. No, it doesn't allow me to add the existing firewall from VNet level. Let's go to firewall and see if we can add that firewall to a VNet. I went from VNet and tried to add that firewall. It's not allowing me. Now I'm on firewall manager. I'm going to virtual networks and I see, where is it being applied, guys? On which virtual network this firewall is being applied?
NSG.
Energy, right? Let's see if I can apply it on this one also. This one, it says it's not being applied. Create a new secure virtual network, manage security. No, it's not allowing. So What did we read? Firewall can be applied to multiple virtual network or not? No, it can't, right? So see, what does it do? The firewall manager, it will show me that how many VNets I have and where do I have firewall, right? So I can't apply one firewall to multiple virtual network. I can't have multiple firewalls on one virtual network. Got it? We can't apply this. This is the reason. What do we have as workaround or to save some money? What model do we use? Now I wanted that all these three virtual network should use only one firewall, which is not possible directly. See, I can't apply it here, right? So what model do we use to achieve this? Yes, guys, what model do we use? How do we
Hub
achieve
and
this?
spoke model.
Hub and spoke, yes. Through hub and spoke, we'll apply it on one, but we'll make sure that the traffic routes from all virtual network. So guys, this is our firewall. This is our NSG. That concludes our, let me start deleting it. It consumes a lot of balance. Do you guys have any question? Do you want to see anything before I start deleting it? Anyone? We're not going into granular
And
settings,
just
don't worry.
learned SNAT IP prefixes.
No, don't.
It is similar to NAT.
No, no, no. It's big topic. It comes into picture when you are doing the migration or yes, migration of servers and your on-prem servers and cloud IP, they are conflicting with each other. Then we use SNAT. It's source network address translation, but we are not getting into that. Don't worry. It's in-depth topic. Mostly they cover that in security. Yes, guys. Any other doubts? Any other questions anyone has? Look at this. If you want to read about the SKUs, you can do it here. Here it is. Premium. What all the features are there? What are the differences? All in everything you'll get it here. If you want, I can find a table also for you and I'll share it with you if you want. Otherwise, it's okay. No one is going to ask you the details of SKU, but you should know some basic details are there or I'll send it. Uh, One is port numbers and one difference between SKU. A simple table that what are the differences between premium and basic. I'll be sharing it with you. So let me start deleting this. Sorry. Okay. Guys, that concludes our network topic. We don't have anything here to complete. We have completed UDR, etc. One thing which I haven't covered yet, if you guys want, we can do that. But for a long time, I have not seen any questions based on that. That is point to site VPN. We have seen site to site. What is point to site? What you guys have been doing, right? For example, you want to work on your laptop. You have to work on your office laptop. You connect to VPN, Cisco AnyConnect, right? So how to configure that in Azure? That even if I show you, you guys will not be able to do it on your laptop, right? It will require some certificate. It will require many things, root certificate, client certificate. You guys will not be able to do it. I will have to show it to you on my laptop. Once we perform, uh, once we perform point to site VPN, then what happens that my machine, the moment I get connected to VPN, say this is the Azure VPN client I'll have to download. And there are many settings which we'll have to do at the back end. Where? On my Azure portal. Once all those settings have been done, and once I have this software here, I'll just show it to you. It. Once I have it here, I simply just have to go and connect like you do in your office environment, like you do on your office laptop. And then laptop, my laptop gets the IP address from my subnet, which is there on the Azure. So let's say that I have a subnet on Azure, which is 10.0.0.0. So my laptop will get one of the IPs from there. Now, what is the benefit? What will happen if I get one of the IPs from there, guys? What is going to happen if I get the IP, one of the IPs from that subnet? What will happen? How is it going to help me? If I get one of the IPs, how is it going to help me? See, I have one subnet. I have thousands of machine here, hundreds of machine, and I'm saying that using point to site VPN, I can manage my machine, my laptop to get one of these IPs. So how is it going to help me? Yes, whatever IPs these machines have, 10.0.0.4, 0.5, etc., etc., whatever it is. Now I am saying with the help of VPN, what I can manage, it is my personal laptop or PC. I can get you one IP, one of these IPs. So how is it going to help me, guys? Yes, anything comes to your mind? See, this is how it looks. I simply just have to go add here, add the connection name, which I will get once I set up the VPN there. Server name, which I'll get once I set up the certificate. I'll have to download and click on save. Once I connect, I'm going to get the IP address of from this subnet. Now my question is, why should I do all this? How will it help me? Yes, guys. What comes to your mind? Tell me quickly.
One is like you can able to access the, I mean, RDP from the private IP.
Perfect. Not one. That's
Uh,
all.
I
Your
mean,
answer
yeah,
comprises of
all.
everything. Yes. That's not one benefit. The moment you are in same region or same network, let's say you are a part of this subnet now. So to take RDP to these machines, do you require public IP, guys? To take RDP from VMD to VMF, do I need any public IP? Yes, no? Yes, Aragya?
Ye-
Do,
Yes.
do I need any public IP to take RDP from VMD to VMF?
No,
No.
no.
No, right? Why would I need any public IP? Similarly, now I'm
And
telling you that your personal laptop can also get one of the IPs in the same range. Then, do I need a public IP to take remote to this machine?
so initially, yes, but if we will configure that VPN, so it
No, forget
will.
initially. I'm talking
Okay.
about you are the user. Are you even there initially when your administrator is setting this up? You
Mm.
as a cloud administrator, you set it up, right? You guys
Mm.
will need it. That's a different thing. Even you don't need it, by the way. In your uh, the moment you join some office, right, and you have to create something, do they give you some public IP? No. The
No.
laptop which you are working, that is also a part of their VPN. Even you won't
Right.
require any public IP. So there, one benefit, you won't require any public IP on any of these machines to make them accessible from your laptop. This is the best benefit. And RDP, it's just one of the example. Now, the moment I have access, I can use SharePoint, I can use printer, I can use FTP, I can use websites, I can use whatever is there on the network. I can use all of those things. I mean, I have established the connection. I can start migrating my server. Got it? But this is point to site. This is only this particular machine is getting that. If I have one whole data center here, then what will I use? I will use site to site,
Data site.
right? So we're not doing the practical of that, but point to site is that because practical, you guys will never be able to uh, uh, repeat that practical or do it at yourself. It will require too many resources, right? A waste of time. But remember, point to site and site to site. So if an interview question comes to you that okay, I have my CXOs, CEO, CFO, and CTO, CXOs, and they have their personal laptop. and I want them to have complete access to my uh, office network. What will you do? There you can suggest point to site. Then if they say that we have an office in Pune, there we have 500 servers, and obviously we have a subscription and a setup infrastructure on Azure where there we have 100 servers. I want some sort of connectivity. So will you go ahead and set up point to site on those 500 servers? I mean, technically it will work, right? But are you going to go ahead and set up point to site on those 500 servers?
No, site to site.
Site to site, right? When you want to connect a site to another site, then you'll do site to site, where you have hardly few users, 15, 10, 20, maximum 20, 50 users. You can do site to point to site. You give them this VPN tool, give them the server name, connection details, and now from their machine, they will be able to communicate with your Azure network. So that is your point to site. Any other doubt? Any other questions, guys? Okay, if not, that concludes our network. We don't have any other topic in network. From next week, guys, now we are almost at the end. Next week, we are going to start with our load balancer and Azure Bastion. That one thing is pending. That is sort of a part of networking, but you won't understand it unless I explain some concepts to you, and those concepts are common with load balancer. So I've kept it here. So one we are going to see next week is load balancer, application gateway. Then we are going to see some PaaS services. Under PaaS service, we are going to see function app, web app, these services. Once that is done, load balancer and this one, load balancer and Azure Bastion, I think we'll be able to finish in one weekend, one Saturday, Sunday. Will be more than enough, right? Next weekend, we're going to spend on PaaS. Hopefully, 2 weekends are enough. So April, by mid-April, we'll be done with these two. Or if maximum, let's say 3 weekends combining 1.5 here, 1.5 here, right? Total 6 sessions to this, 6 sessions to this. So uh, third week of April, we'll be done with this. Then we have Azure Storage. Storage is not that vast, though it has many features, but it's not that vast. And I've seen they don't ask much on storage. So we're not going to spend much time there. Maybe in 2 weeks, we're going to finish storage, including the replication. And replication is base of your migration. So once your storage is done, you're going to go ahead with migration. So this is the flow which we are going to see. Next week, we are going to start load balancer, Azure Bastion, right? Load balancer theory part is very important. No one is going to ask you that deploy a load balancer for me. पूरा interview उसी में खत्म हो जाएगा. Load balancer deployment itself takes 20 to 25 minutes, right? What are the different categories in load balancer that we are going to see? We are going to see Azure Bastion and load balancer. I am anticipating it will be done in 1 week, one Saturday, Sunday, as in. Next one, PaaS. PaaS also, we don't have much, 2 or 3 services we have. I'll be showing you those. Then we'll start with storage. With storage, replication is combined and replication is based off migration. Once this is done, we'll start with migration. And that concludes our course. Right? Azure VDI, it's not part of our course. Experience and scenarios, this I will already cover. I have been covering. I will again cover. Then questions and scenarios, these are here, guys. Even if I'm not sending it, you guys have access to this. Please go ahead, pick your task, do it from here. Look at this. I have pasted all the tasks here. Route table task, create a virtual network, create subnets, create a route table, capture snapshot, right? Storage, you can still leave it. Then few missing topics here and there if we have any. For example, monitoring. I'll show you, these are very small topics, right? So I'll be covering that. Along with this, I have put questions also here. I have some questions and answers. I have basic questions also. So start going through this, guys. Now we are at the end of it. Now you'll require these questions, answers, everything you are going to require, right? Though I'll be sharing some questions to you guys now. Still, you can always come here to this Jan 2025 batch questionnaire, right? And you can uh, refer this. We are done till here. Subscription, Active Directory, compute, network. We're done till network, load balancer, and pass. I'm trying to get this done in 2 weeks. Saturday, Sunday, Saturday, Sunday. And then we are going to spend some time on storage. And main and major thing is migration. Every interview they are going to use ask migration, right? There are thousands of servers now also which have not been migration. So migration work is always there in the market. They are hiring migration engineers. Why are you learning to create a virtual network? Why are you learning to create a subscription? Why are you learning to create users and Active Directory? Why do you want compute? Why do you want network? Right? Why do you want load balancer? Everything because you're going to migrate your thousands of machine. If a data center has 4,000 machine, initially I'm planning to migrate 2,000 out of them to cloud. Because you want to migrate, hence you should know all this. So ultimate migration is everything. So this is hardly 20% we are left with, right, guys? So from next week, please make sure to be regular. Load balancer is very important topic, and after this, everything is important. Storage, I can give some benefit of doubt. I've seen not asking, but don't take it lightly. Though it's a simple one. Storage is not that hard. But with storage, replication will come, and with replication, we are going to see migration, which is very important, backbone of our course. Right, so we have 6 minutes left, guys. I'm not starting load balancer today. So today we cover energy and firewall. I'm in concluding network segment here. We have 5 minutes left. If you guys have any questions, any doubts, anything, please feel free to ask. Technical, non-technical, related to course, anything, please ask. If not, anyone, someone who doesn't have question, feel free to drop.
No question, sir.
Yes, yes. Whoever doesn't have any question, feel free to drop. I'll also drop. In 5 minutes, meeting will stop automatically. Anyone has question, wait and ask. People who do not have any questions, feel free to drop. Not covering any topic, not covering any technical thing now. So feel free to drop.
तो एक टैगिंग रिलेटेड क्वेश्चन है.
Hmm.
जब तक हम लाइक मैंडेटरी टैग एनी रिसोर्सेज लाइक वीएम रिसोर्स ग्रुप,
Hmm.
जो मैंडेटरी टैग होता है ना, जब तक हम लाइक विल नॉट प्रोवाइड द मैंडेटरी टैग, इट विल नॉट अलाउ टू क्रिएट द रिसोर्स. वो
Right.
कहाँ अचीव कर सकते हैं, लाइक टू मेंटेन द स्टैंडर्ड इन आवर लाइक
Azure
ऑर्गेनाइजेशन?
policy is the answer to that. If you go
अच्छा, श्योर.
and check Azure policies, this is the place. In fact, I already have one policy, and that is very relevant to your question. So if I go here, uh, I had one policy. Let me see. Okay, not in this subscription, but I'll show it to you. Wait. So Azure policy is the place where you can mention all these things, that any resource which is being created in this subscription, you can assign it at the subscription level, or in this resource group, you can assign it at the resource group also. So yes, resource group or subscription. You can decide where you want to assign it. So let's say you have assigned that policy at the subscription. So you can mention that any resource which is being created in this particular subscription, it should have this particular tag. Unless the tag is there, it will not allow you to create it. It will simply deny it. Okay, let it open and I'll show you. I have one policy. So this is the place where you can come and you can create the policy. See, allowed virtual machine in size. Here also I have created a policy which is
Okay.
being applied on this subscription and this resource group, right? So this user will not be able to create any machine. This user will not be able to create any machine apart from a particular SKU which I have allowed, right? That's the only machine they can create. Talking about here it is inherit a tag from subscription. This is slightly different. What I have done, that I have given a tag to a subscription and I have created a policy to inherit the tag. So any resource which I'm creating, it will by default have the tag which my subscription has. And what is that tag? If you see any resource in my this subscription, you will see one tag, though which is old. I have changed the company name also, but still there. Today also, if I create some new resource, it gets applied because I didn't delete that policy. I just kept it. So similarly, you can create new policy. So here it is. Look at this. Company name Tsoft Info Solution. So if I create a new resource, even if I don't put any tag, it comes here automatically. Why? It is because I've created a policy which is inheriting a tag from subscription. Similarly, you can come to policy tab, right? And you can create a new policy. Here you can search for it. There are too many. If not, you can create a custom also, by the way. Once you get the policy, you can decide where are you assigning it. Okay, let's say that this is the, let's say if we have that policy. Okay. We have less than 30 seconds left here, so won't be able to show it, but this is the place. Don't worry,
Yeah.
I'll cover one topic on this one also. Very, very small, hardly take 10 to 15 minutes. So I'll cover it in maybe in pass.
Okay.
But this is the answer, policy. Okay, let's drop, guys. We have 30 seconds. See you guys next week. I'll be sharing some questions and some tasks this week. Thank you.